Okay, here we go. This is Garrett. I hope you're doing well. I really do. I'm going to go over a very old topic here. The topic is the face on Mars. Almost all of you already have seen the pictures of the face on Mars, but I've come to the realization that this is a brand new generation growing up, and a lot of you have not seen the face on Mars, and I thought I'd make a very quick video on this interesting topic. Well, about 45 years ago, Viking 1 and Viking 2 was sent to Mars, and it came back with some incredible photographs. And one of the photographs that came back was not only a structure on Mars, but it was in the perfect shape of a face. And this was all over the news, and there's tons and tons of photos of the face on Mars up on the internet. And I want you to know, you can actually see the face on Mars from Earth-bound telescopes. You could actually buy a powerful telescope for $499 and see the face on Mars. Now, there is a war going on over this face. And the war has been going on for 45 years now, approximately. What is the war? To find out the truth. You see, there's a perfect face on Mars, and by the way, it's 1 mile long. Do you realize how long 1 mile is? A mile is 6 football fields long. Think about it. You're up in a helicopter, you're looking down at the city, and there are 6 football fields back to back to back. That is how long a mile is, and that is how big this structure is up on Mars. Now, what you'll find is most people don't believe the face is real. Then there's a lot of people who believe it's a structure built by a race of aliens. It's an alien face. As I look at the face carefully, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of how a powerful king might have looked about 5,000 years ago in Babylon or Assyria or Egypt, or it looks like a pharaoh. It looks like an old world leader, the way people might have looked about 5,000 years ago. That's what the face reminds me of. The face doesn't make me think of an alien, not at all. It looks humanoid. It's just too humanoid. Now, Garrett is not telling you that the face is real, although I believe it is. Now, you might be wondering, how did it get there? Well, I don't believe aliens built it. Here's a picture of a little gray alien that tries to attack us at nighttime and sexually rape us and torture us and take our sexual fluids and do who knows what with it. He can't even lift a pencil, this guy. He didn't build a 1 mile long structure up on Mars. I believe the people living in the old world, that's the world before the flood, I believe they were more advanced than we are now. I believe they had spaceships that surpass anything in Star Trek or Star Wars. I believe they not only had cities and structures on the moon, but they were also on Mars and other planets also. Not only has the face been found on Mars, but pyramids have been found on Mars, and cities have been found on Mars, and structures have been found on Mars. And I want you to know, I have seen photographs with my own eyes. There are animals up on Mars. I don't know what else to call them, animal or reptile. There are animals and reptile type beings up on Mars. God has put life up on Mars. I believe the face is a real structure that was built by people living in the old world using technology that far surpasses what we have today in 2017. Now, why is the face being covered up? Why have famous scientists said the face is only a rock formation? Why have NASA people, why have famous Americans come out in public and say that the face is just rocks, it's just a mountain, it's just a hillside? That's all it is. Why? Why are they doing this? For the same reason they covered up that giants are real. For the same reason that they have scoured planet Earth, grabbing every single skeleton and bone of giants all over the world. And this has been going on over 100 years now. For the same reason they covered up the entire dinosaur situation in the Bible. It's all been covered up. The dinosaurs, the truth, the facts, the evidence, the fossils, the footprints. It's all been covered up. For the same reason that they covered up the worldwide flood. The world teaches there was no flood, even though there is evidence of a worldwide flood all over the world. There are even seashells on top of Mount Everest. You heard me correct. And this is why they cover up the face on Mars, because they don't want you to learn the truth about the old world. They don't want you to learn the truth that they colonized space. They don't want you to learn the truth that people were living 500 to 900 years long. They don't want you to learn the truth that they were doing deep occult activity with the demons. Deep, heavy, intimate occult activity with the demons. That's correct. I pray this video is blessing you and it gives you something brand new to pray about, something brand new to seek out God about. Look at the face. It's perfect. You cannot design it any better. It's a perfect face. I don't believe it's an alien. Could it be one of the giant leaders, one of the leaders of the giants? Yes. Garrett might believe that. Most likely it's people of the old world making a gigantic statue structure of one of the big, powerful leaders on Earth or one of the leaders on Mars. Were the giants helping them? That is possible. That is possible. Okay, I'm going to tell you something right now as I say goodbye. During the next 15 years, while we're waiting for the 7-year tribulation to start, watch out. Jesus is going to unveil more and more truths. And we're going to learn more about Mars, more about the moon, more about the old world, more about their space technology. And Jesus is going to uncover it to fulfill prophecy and to teach the people living on earth that things are not what we learned. History is not what they told us. History is not what we read. It's not even close. Okay, praise God.